Evening. This is a Urdu, Kannada, and maybe English program as well. Hindi, of course, is sister of Urdu. I begin my welcome speech traditionally with a praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala देवरल्ली हमदो सना है तेरी वो पाक जाते वाले ले बंदगी हमारी आला सिफात वाले कि मोहम्मद से वफा तूने तो हम तेरे हैं कि मोहम्मद से वफा तूने तो हम तेरे हैं ये जहां चीज है क्या लूह कलम तेरे हैं. ನಾನು ಧಾರವಾಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ जब मैं धारवाड़ में पढ़ रहा था तो ज्यादातर कन्नड़ा से मेरा साबका था. उर्दू से बनिस्बत कन्नड़ा से ज्यादा साबका था. कस्तूरी फिर बाद में अपना फेमस दिनपत्रिके ಸರ್ ಸಂಯುಕ್ತ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಓದಿ ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು. ಆ ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಕೆ ಗೋಕಾಕ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಸಮರಸವೇ ಜೀವನ ಎಂಬುವ ಒಂದು ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಕಲೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾನು ಓದಿದೆ. ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದಿ ಹಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಪರ್ಹ್ಯಾಪ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಸ್ಫರ್ಡ್ doing his MA in English literature, and he was first class distinction, and he wrote in Kannada. It was a beautiful language, the language which I always loved. From that day I was under the impression that someone should translate this into Urdu so that the literature should flow in the society. People should understand the delicacies of the culture. That's very important. Incidentally, yesterday I attended a function where he was presiding, and it was a wonderful function. Sauhardagala Nelagalu. One or two speeches I saw, it was wonderful. And about Mukundaraj sir, I met him in a function. I heard his speech, and second time I met in Alliance franchise. He is a secular man, learned man at that. His speeches are wonderful. So then I happened to, in PUC, I happened to read, of course, LEG written in a churchyard is a very famous thing. Thomas Gray. And the translation by Ali Haidar Tabatabai was still far better than the original in translation. Gore Gariban. In fact, when I was young, I mean, it's a long poem, LEG and Gore Gariba. I had memorized both of them. My love to that particular poem was so much that I memorized it. Now, because of the age factor, this thing. See, translation is really a difficult job. The original writing, he writes it the way he wants. The poet, the writer, he writes the way he wants. But translation, it is really a difficult job because I was just before coming here, I was going through what the meaning of translation is. Tarjuma. Kannadallenu tarjume antene heltare. Where this word has come from? Anuvada is not popularly used. Tarjume antene heltare. Where this word came from? I was shocked to know it. I thought always that it is from Arabic or Persian. Yes, it is from Arabic. Where did it come to Arabic? It came from the Semitic language of Judaism. I mean, older language than that, it came. The meaning is to explain. And to some extent, it is to report or something like that. But it's a difficult job. Translation is a difficult job. ಗಾಲಿಬರ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಕಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಮೈ ಬುಲಾತಾ ತೋ ಉನ್ಕೋ ಮಗರ ಜಜ್ಬಾ ದಿಲ್ उन पे बनाए कुछ ऐसी के बिना आए न बने. I wanted to translate myself in Kannada. On my invitation, I wanted. It is difficult. Jazba-e-dil, I could not transfer. I mean, I then put it into AI, which is an easy tool. AI also could not do. Jazba-e-dil is very difficult to translate in either Kannada or any other language, perhaps. I mean, ಎರಡನೇದು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ನಾಡು ನುಡಿಗಳಿದಾವು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ 7 ಕೋಟಿ ಸೇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಲಾರಲಿಂಗ ಹರಿಲಿಲ್ಲ. ದಿ 7 ಕೋಟಿ ಸೇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಮೈಲಾರಲಿಂಗ ಹರಿಲಿಲ್ಲ ಇಸ್ ಪೆಕ್ಯುಲಿಯರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಕಲ್ಚರ್. Kannada society, Karnataka society. How do you translate it in this thing? It is not possible to translate. However, now man se tel hoga na mera na chahiye. This is that what I am trying to tell you. For a translator, it is not just, you cannot translate word to word. You have to understand the meaning of the culture, and then I'm talking like a critic, perhaps literary critic, but I learned about this when I was thinking of talking. Then English nalli ondu gade ಇದೆ. She stoops to conquer. How do you translate it in Urdu or Kannada? ಕಾಲು ಬಿದ್ದು ಕಾಲು ಉಂಗುರ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. So, I mean, that is for their culture, this is for our culture. So, this is the difficulties that are faced by, ಈಗ ನಾನು ನಮ್ಮ ಮುಕುಂದರಾಜ್ ಸರ್ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ, ಏನದು ಚೋರ್ ಕಿ ದಾಡಿ ಮೇ ತಿನ್ಕ ಅಂತ. How do you translate ಚೋರ್ ಕಿ ದಾಡಿ ಮೇ ತಿನ್ಕ? Kannada people will not understand, English people will not understand it. ಕಳ್ಳ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಗಲ್ ಮುಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡ್ದ. Equivalent translation. So these are to be, that means a translator should be well versed with the culture, with the language, different languages, and he should just not translate word by word perhaps. That what he is doing, it is really interesting. I have seen some of the translations which are really good, and I welcome both the stalwarts, and I am honored today to speak in front of Professor Mansoor Sahab and Mukundaraj ji. It's a great honor that, and it was our desire in Hum from beginning that we should have culture du ವಿನಿಮಯ, culture du language du ವಿನಿಮಯ. Hum ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇದೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಇದೆ, ಹಿಂದಿ ಇದೆ, ಉರ್ದು ಇದೆ. That means it is a cultural amalgamation. It is correct words. Cultural amalgamation, not standalone Urdu language. So that is important. We should carry on this tradition. It is very good for, this thing. And it was my great desire that our first function should be like this, cultural. Today the occasion has come. We are doing it. Thanks to Jamil. He has organized this with great endeavor. I hope that it will be successful. Thank you.